Okay, collective. This is another half of an exposure video about my sister's connection with my father, James Taylor. Now, this is going to be just about him, but it's going into from my sister. Now, by her knowing that the plans that was set up from my father, of him working with a fake faux friend of mine, who is a karmic. He is a alchemist. He works with black magic. He does graveyard dirt. He does bonding spells, freezing spells. He harvests on people's energy. He is an energy vampire. He also has a sex addiction, as well as he was locked up before for pedophile charges. He did a year, but this time he is definitely going to be doing long term. Okay, Rikers Island is what spirit is letting me know, that Roger is going to spend the remaining of his years there in Rikers Island, that is in New York. All right. And he has a karmic that he sleeps with in New York. Okay. Also a male lover. My father had sex with Roger Alexander McNeil. He met him up at a hotel due to the fact of his karmic female finding out of his infidelities, of him sleeping with men. And she got upset. This is a new karmic that he slept with. She got upset. She found out that he had some things in his phone that were very inappropriate, which was child pornography, very weird boy on boy action. It was like BDSM stuff, 50 Shades of Grey stuff. Like, he really has bad fetishes and he likes to eat ass. It doesn't matter if it's a guy or a girl. He has a incurable STD, and I don't mean HPV. It is 3 letters, and I'm going to let the collective figure that out on their own, but just put it to you like this: if he has sex with anybody else from this time on, your life is over. Okay? So, my father knew about this guy who was my fake friend. I had a relation with. It didn't go any further because the divine cut it off. I never really did get to develop true feelings for this individual. It was getting there, but it just so happened that the divine stepped in. He did something that pissed me off by making me feel like I was isolated. He was very disrespectful to me, and I said, "Look, listen here. I'm not going to tolerate it from my kid's father, and I'm not going to tolerate it from you. So pack your grip and tip." He immediately left. He had somebody outside waiting for him. It was a brother-in-law of his wife. He didn't think that I didn't know about it, but I knew that he was married, even though he lied to me and told me that he was single, and he was, jumping from house to house. I wanted to say humping because Spirit is letting the collective know that Roger has a sex addiction, and he really will screw your child. He'll screw your mother. He is gay for pay. He is confused about his sexuality. He does not want to accept that a lot of the magic, that the black magic and witchcraft that was put on him, or he just doesn't care. But a lot of the witchcraft and black magic, sex magic, love spells was done from a lot of his family. Every karmic that he slept with was doing it to him. He was doing it to them. So it's like, his mind was already misconstrued because he was not taking his medicine. He is bipolar, and he already suffers with childhood trauma due to the fact of him not properly healing, not wanting to heal, not wanting to do the work to heal. So Spirit is going to push Roger down to the lowest part of life to get him to wake the hell up and stop doing what he's doing. Okay? So he's not actually challenging me. He's challenging the Lord, and the Lord is going to let him know, I'm your maker. You're not a God. Okay? And God is a jealous God, and he will push you down to past your knees. Okay? Your face will be in the dirt, and you will not have any room. Now, going back to my father, my dad met up with Roger at a hotel. He had sex with him. And in exchange for, it was a sexual initiation of the cult thing that my dad does. Like I said, collective, my dad is into that dark occult, secret seven, masonry, witchcraft. You know, they harvest people's energy, they steal people's abundance and ideas, they block people's spiritual paths because of secrets and how they do people and what they do. Roger is he was hired from my dad. They had flew him out with the money that they stole from me. They flew Roger out down south to my aunt to go to a witch doctor to perform a death spell on me, to keep me from speaking. They did. My father doesn't want me to expose his nastiness and his secrets, but the divine is leading me to do so, and I will be obedient. In this exposure, my father sexually exchanged with Roger. He talked about he's all about family. He really doesn't care about me. My father never loved me, and he told me to my face out of his own mouth that he wishes that I was never born. So therefore, this is very believable that the divine is letting me know about this conversation that Roger and my dad had in exchange, and my sister and mother knew about it, and my mom let it happen because she's always been jealous of me. She never liked me. She's always been a one-upper. She didn't like the fact that I was gifted, and the gifts that I do have is not the ones that she have. They're meant for me. And she got upset about that. She didn't want me to move forward. My father never really liked me. He'd do anything possible to step and create mountains, boulders, and anything to create a problem for me to be happy, because he's miserable. Okay. And my father also suffers with a mental illness due to the fact of him choosing not wanting to heal, and him giving an opportunity from the divine gave him a whole year to make it right with me. And he basically let God know, I'm not changing. I like how I feel. I like the energy that I'm in, and I don't want to make it right with my daughter. I just want to hurt her. I want to kill her so I can take from her. Roger has a sick, my father, they share the same demon entity spirit. They both have sex addictions. They're both addicted to porn. They're both addicted to hurting people physically, mentally, spiritually. They both are into malicious acts. They're both into stealing abundance, whether it's spiritually or naturally. They're both into sabotaging relationships. They're both into codependency attitudes. They're both into using women as mustaches to keep people from knowing, quote unquote, that they are on the DL. These men do not like women, okay? They do not like women. They only use them as a cover up. These men initiate ideas and deals and all types of things to do on other people, and they do it out of hurt, because hurt people hurt people. I'm going to say it again. Hurt people hurt people. That's what they do. When they choose not to heal, they want to hurt you because that's what they do. They harvest your energy by hurting you. Okay. So again, my father had sex with him in exchange for leverage, and Roger agreed with the contract. He did what he did. He slept with my cousin Ashley, got her pregnant. My family knew about it. They didn't approve, but nobody's speaking up about it. But the divine spoke up to me about it. It's fine. It is what it is. It really didn't do anything but just make them look bad even more. And I'm not emotionally invested. So it was just a waste of time and energy and money. So therefore, let me go back. I digress. Roger is into dark porn. This person filmed, he likes looking at himself, and my father likes looking at the videos that he sent him on his phone to play for him to watch him mutilate versions that he bought off of the dark web. These are children that Roger is having sex with. He is literally taking their innocence, and he's doing it in a hurtful way. My father enjoys looking at these homemade porn videos that Roger makes of him taking young boys and young girls' virginities and hurting them. And after he gets finished hurting them and records him doing it and putting them in front of the camera, these children are being blindfolded. They can't see who's all in the room. They can't see who's doing what. But the divine is letting Roger and my dad know that you two are caught. Roger, you are going to Rikers Island for pedophiling, for you forcing yourself on these children, for you taking their innocence, for you having sex addictions, for you working black magic, for you manipulating, from you stealing, and you've been getting away with it for so long. But this year, 2021 is your year, boo-boo. You're going to prison. Now, you might be going to court for child support right now, but they're going to pick up this case about you raping a young teenager girl. You got her pregnant, and then you told my dad about it. You asked my dad to pay for the abortion for you, and then, or pay for the murder, and the girl she didn't get an abortion. You took her out, got her gang raped, and then you got her pregnant. You found out that you got her pregnant, sent somebody, or you kidnapped her. You threw her you murdered her, first of all. My family knows about you murdering a young lady, and you threw her in a car in an area where there are train tracks, and you left her in the trunk of the car. You left her there, and you made sure that she did not speak up by setting her on fire. She's still going to be alive, and they're going to find a child that you did this to. It was a young man that you left out in the woods somewhere. You call yourself going on a hiking trip, and you raped this little boy. You strangled him to death, and you left him out there in between rocks. They're going to find him, and you tried to set him on fire, literally, to keep it covered. You poisoned this little boy. You poisoned the little girl. You drugged them. They're going to find that in the autopsy. And even if they don't, the divine is verbally letting it come out, exposing that you drugged this little girl because you did not want nobody to know about you raping this little girl. You got her pregnant. You killed her. You strangled her. You gang raped her. It was 4 boys. 4 of you raped this little girl. She got pregnant. You found out about it. You kidnapped her, hogtied her, threw her in the trunk, and you killed her. And you left her in the trunk. You are going to prison. And Spirit also let me know that if you deny anything from them COs that are going to be in that prison, they're going to beat you to death. Do you hear me? If you tell them no about anything, they're already working with the prisoners inside the prison. Spirit already let me know. You are going to be gang raped every single day. Your ass is not even going to be an ass anymore. You have an open door shaft to every spirit and entity that is in every prisoner that is going to be in that prison. You are going to be loaded with lesions. You are going to be raped by COs. You are going to be raped by prisoners. And you're going to find love. But the love that you're going to find is going to be in prison with you. Okay? And your lover is going to turn on you. And he's still going to use you for sex. And your family is not going to support you. They're not going to answer your calls. And if you call me and tell me that you want my help, you want me to bail you out, I'm not helping you. Okay? I was led to help you when you came to me to work maliciousness. You actually did a good thing by waking me up. You triggered gifts in me that needed to be woken. And I thank you for it. So you actually did something good for me. to work out in my favor. So it brought an illumination to who you truly was, because you would not tell me the truth about who you are, who you truly was. And your sexual preference was never anything important to me. I didn't have no room to judge you if you preferred dick over coochie. But Spirit wanted you not to be confused. He wanted you to make up your mind if you was into women or men. You cannot dibble and dabble in both things, because that will get you set up to where you are going to be left alone. And because you did not pay attention to the signs on purpose, and you chose not to heal, and you did not want to do the work, you did not want to face your childhood trauma, you did not want to heal, you did not want to make things right with yourself as well as your mom and your dad, you didn't want to make things right with me, you're going to suffer. You're going to be stuck with an STD that you'll never be able to get rid of. Ever. And I know exactly what STD you have. And you had the nerve to try to gather it up in your mind that you wanted to come to my house and give it to me, because you were jealous that God has given me an opportunity for me to have a new beginning. Sweetheart, I've been suffering all my life, and I've been sacrificing all my life. And if I am being led by the divine, and I know his power, and I know his strength, and I know his mercy, and I know everything that he has in store for me, he's going to work in my favor. Why would I resist change? Why would I resist a better life? Why would I resist abundance? Especially if I'm given an opportunity not to be like you or my family or anybody that was of dark or low vibrational people. That is the reason why I chose to heal from you, Roger. I chose to forgive you. You feel the grief, you feel the anguish, you feel the anger, you feel the jealousy, you feel everything in you, and you think that it's not going to come out. It's going to seep all the way out to the point to where anybody that's around you, 1717, anybody that's around you is going to see the change. The woman, the young lady that you are with now, she already knows about what you've been doing, and she's going to expose you, as well as your friend, and your sister is going to expose you too, out of jealousy, because she don't want you. She don't even want you being friends with me. She don't want you being friends with me, and I don't want to be friends with you either. You're not trustworthy. And if Spirit is showing me everything about what you've been doing and your whereabouts and all this other stuff, why would I want to attach myself to somebody that's for everybody? To the streets you go. To the streets you go. So if you act like you gonna come to my house and bombard your way in my door, please know that I'm prepared for you. I am very much prepared for you. You hired people to watch me to see if I'm talking to somebody. I choose not to talk to people. I choose to focus on my healing. I'm not paying attention to garbage. I choose to be a better person. I choose to elevate. Not to sit back and think about you. That's a waste of energy and time. You are irrelevant to me. And you will continue to be irrelevant to me. I'm going to calm down now because I don't want my ancestors to stop the video. I want to get it all out. So, Roger McNeil, just know that you are going to get caught. James Alvin Taylor, everybody's going to know about you. You're a thief. You're a liar. You're a pedophile. You're sick. You're twisted. You're demented. You do not have a freaking loving bone in your body. You mistreat your wife. You've been cheating on her the whole entire time. She knew about it. I'm not justifying any of the actions of what my mom did, because everybody has free will, and she chose to keep you around for benefits for whatever reason, because she's codependent. I don't know. I don't care. It's none of my business. But all I know is you think that you're going to get away with all of this stuff that is being exposed before you die. God says it's not so. Everybody going to know about you before you close your eyes. They're always going to know about you. And you chose not to heal. You chose to tell the Lord that I'm going to challenge you. You chose to tell the Lord that you don't believe in anything of what's going on, and you want to manipulate. And for every extent that you would take to keep yourself covered, I'm exposing you. These are my videos. This is the truth. This is the history. This is my testimony. This is what God showed me. And God is the truth, and he is never void. Nothing that he says is empty. And I will continue to walk with him, and I will continue to speak truth, and I will continue to bring illumination to wherever the Lord divine shows me on where I need to direct it to. So I'm just letting you know, James Alvin Taylor, you are a fake, a fraud, a phony, a liar, a thief, a cheat, a infidel, a pedophile, and you are dark, serene. You have not one loving bone in your body. And for you being that way and you choosing to be that way, you are going to the pits of hell. You are not making it up into heaven. You did not make it onto the other side, because the spirit that you mess with, that you don't know nothing about, but yet you calling on these spirits, I know the history of it. My yacht is on my side. The dark is on my side. So the entity that you attached yourself to, that you tried to get 2021, that you tried to come and send to me, she is going to come to you. She is of the underworld. She works with the underworld. And I was given permission for her to come to you and your wife. Yeah. And that's the truth. You went and got some work done on me, trying to pull an ancient entity when all I have as my ancestors are 1400 BC ancestors. I have full access. Isis is with me. Ra is God. He is with me. So is Mayat. And that entity that you call, she is going to attack you right along with the entities that is attached that you called. But what you don't know is that I know the history. The vision that was given to me, I was shown a big rounded red feather that is also an interpretation of, if your sins outweighs this feather, you will not proceed into the heavens of paradise. You will be in the underworld, which is known as hell. So just to give you a quick read up on some history that I know about the entities that you entertained, that they are connected to me. You are going to go straight to hell, and you will be devoured wholly, in a hole. Roger, son, the only thing I can tell you is that you need to make a change. You need to try to focus on healing. You need to do something to improve yourself, because you're going to pass away in prison. And you think that you're going to escape by passing away in prison, and you're going to go straight to hell. And guess what? You're going to be reincarnated, and you're going to come right back to this earth, and you're going to have to repeat the same motherfucking history all over again, because you keep repeating the same karmic ties over and over and over, because you don't want to do the healing. You don't want to wake up to yourself. You don't want to wake up to the shit that you need to drop. So you're going to continue doing it as long as the Lord is as long as God is in control. You are going to keep suffering until you make up in your mind, body, and soul that you no longer want to be this way. So, again, collective, thank you for listening. Please take heed. Please watch your surroundings. Forgive. Learn from a distance. Love from a distance. You do not have to be with these people. If the Lord is separating you from these people that are unjust from you, whether it be your family, loved ones, lover, husband, spouse, mom, dad, sister, brother, cousin, uncle, grandma, it doesn't matter, even your children. If he is telling you that you need to separate from them, please be mindful. Listen to the divine, come subject, pull away from these people, meditate and pray, and let God lead you through this healing process so that you can receive the clarity and truth that you need, and that you will be okay at the end, because what hurts you will make you stronger, and you do not have to give in to what these family members and people have been doing to you. You actually have a choice. And if you choose the right path, you don't have to repeat any karma. I don't have any karma because I took the time to listen to my God that gave grace to me, that gave me a second chance, that pulled me out of the darkness into the marvelous light. And he actually is teaching me on how to be a yin and yang within myself. And I do not need anybody else because my God is everyone else to me. Therefore, there is no reason for me to dwell on not being accepted. The isolation spells. You just gave me room to hone in. So I thank you. It benefited me all the way around. But collective, again, I want you all to know that healing, yes, can be hard. Healing, yes, can take a long time. Healing, yes, is very painful, but you are strong, and God will not put you in any situation if you knowing that you are strong. He puts you there to build you up so that you could be there for someone else who is not strong, who is not on the same level as you, who needs your guidance, who needs your truth. So never look at it as a downfall. Always look at it as a way to be uplifted and over. Yes, the top can be lonely. It can be cold up there. But guess what? You are saved and removed. And God is not going to keep you at the top alone. He's going to give you a whole new family. He's going to give you a tribe. If you manifested a husband, he's going to give you that. Vice versa. If you manifested a wife, he's going to give you that. Take what resonates, collective. If you wanted a house, he's going to give you that. If you wanted a car, he's going to give you that. You wanted a baby and you really couldn't have no children. Or you just believed in not having children until you are with that significant other. God will move for you. Just have faith, wait, and you will receive. And by you being patient and obedient and you showing your commitment and you not going out and you not reacting to this chaos and this mess that they are doing to you, and you are focusing on your healing and you're seeking truth and justice and light, and you want to be balanced out and serene, mind, body, and spirit, and you want God to lead you, continue to do so, collective, because he will continue to protect you all the way around to where there is no one that can touch you, because God wants you